Hey, let's get this stream started by booting up the Fallout 4. Actually, I remember where it is. Don't board the launcher because that balks things up no end. Because it messes with your settings. First order of business when it loads, turn the radio off. I'll check the Creation Club stuff later because I don't have time to fuck around with that because that involves turning Fallout 4 off and then turning it back on again after updating the load order. Because you've got to lock your load order, otherwise you don't know what's going on with it. And let's just face it, the one thing that Bethesda games don't know how to do is load orders, which is weird considering that, like, it lets you order them, but I just don't trust it to remain in place, not when it's an in-game thing. It's like New Vegas, every time you touch that launcher, it would reset your load order, which was really annoying. And Oblivion, well, the less said about how Oblivion loaded things, the better. Because, Oblivion, the way Oblivion loaded things was so fucking weird. It had to be new, it loaded it newest, like oldest to newest, which was fucking weird. No, we don't want that, could have been Big Shark, we want Stream the Sweet Shark. Where's Stream? They're not in alphabetical order, are they? Yes, Stream. Time to get cereals. Because you know this bad cereal joke comes up whenever Kellogg is mentioned, because let's face it, the first thing you think of when you see the name Kellogg is cornflakes. Or other kinds of cereal. Special K is my favourite, but you know, I would have Special K over cornflakes any day. Plain Special K, none of that tainted stuff with fruit in it. You know, you don't ruin cereal with fruit. That's the rule. Yeah, I don't think I've forgotten that ridiculous mouth movement, or the... Why have I got a sniper rifle out? Why do I have a sniper rifle out? I want my cheap and cheerful. Oh god. I actually went back and clocked that load screen, that leaving the vault, the Triggerman Vault one, and it came in at over 3 minutes. It was like 3 minutes 10 or something. It was truly ridiculous. It really was bad. It was one of those things where it was just bad. But that apparently is always one of the worst. I mean, to be honest, it had the trifecta of crap. Because it's a bad load screen anyway. It's always a horrific one. It's always one of the worst because you're loading into one of the densest parts of Fallout 4. You know, Inner Boston is notoriously bad for being just it's too dense. If they had split Boston into like 4 districts, all in their own little individual world spaces, like, you know, like a bit like Fallout 3 did, but you know, you have. I'm going to demonstrate this because I think it is a demonstration. So you take sort of this. You have like this ring around the edge that you can actually go around. That way you have the coast, but it's only like up to the first street. So anything inside this, like, and here's a convenient little ring road. So basically, anything inside this ring road. I want to trace them around, you know, maybe not necessarily on this little island, so maybe go around this like lake, but like anything like this sort of in a Boston-y area is basically locked, you know, into 4 separate districts, and those 4 districts are much better optimized. And you could also do a little TARDISing and make them a little bit bigger, because Diamond City TARDISes, it's bigger on the inside. You know, if you're not... I don't know if that's just something only a Brit would say is TARDISing to refer as something that's bigger on the inside, but pretty... that's not abnormal at all. I don't think I've ever seen a super mutant party with multiple missile launchers right outside Diamonds, or ever, to be honest. You know what, I'm not going back away. That's legitimately horrifying. It's good that they can't aim. This is a very good job they can't aim. Oh, I think they've ran out of gas now. And there's just... I love how the super mutants are coming at me. And there's just a random ass settler just waddling between... The thing is, I can't go full auto with this. Oh god, that's more dangerous than ever. That's... Where did that come from? Like, seriously, where did this rabid radstag come from? That's a more satisfying noise. Is that the fake settler? Yes.
Thanks a lot. You just showed up in the nick of time.
You are not in any danger. Just casually walk in front of you in pie. Just casually walk in front of you. Oh right. Got to turn the radios off because I rigged this. This setting only works to turn off the Pip-Boy radio default, if I remember correctly. But I've rigged it to also apply to like all the Wasteland radios, so it actually serves a purpose. Because short of a mute button, what's the point of turning your Pip-Boy radio off?
Lost a scent, boy? San Francisco Sunlights. Kellogg's preferred brand, all right.
Cornflakes.
What do you think, boy? Enough to go
Let's
on?
prefer brand, right? Yep. Dolby takes the most roundabout way. But this is an attempt to make Fallout 4's quite small and easily traversed world space feel bigger. Because we all know Fort Häagen-Dazs is around here. So of course, Doggy Meat takes you a really, really roundabout route to get there. Yeah, we all know that Fort Häagen-Dazs is pretty much right over there. You can see the little towers. You know, you can see the little ring. And oh, this is scripted. It's like you forget how badly scripted this is. Like there's always the mole rat assault. There's always the super mutants and Udek. That's just a relatively rare random encounter I don't see very often. For lack of a better word, and I just don't see it very often. The super mutants with prisoners, and I've never seen twin rocket launcher ones before. Yeah, that's very unusual. But Dog Meat doesn't take you in a roundabout bloody way. Oh no! Oh no! This poor raider who's dressed like a settler.
Bloody bandages.
Doggy Meat.
Dog meat can track
Where's
this.
Doggy Meat? Where are you, Doggy Meat?
Kellogg's still out there.
And again,
Tracking, boy.
scripted like here's a billion stim packs. Because, like, seriously, Fallout 4 gives you way too many stim packs. Like, even if you use them, like, all the time. Doggy Meat, where are you going? Why are you going this way? You're supposed to go the other. Doggy Meat just goes the most ridiculous way. I've got the scent. Let's not go the way that the scent clearly went up, which was up that little stairwell. No, let's go this way. Come on, Doggy Meat. Everyone loves Doggy Meat. Oh no. Evil doggies. Pretty sure these are scripted too. I know I'm wasting ammo, but it's 3-8 ammo. It's common as shit. I mean... Oh no. No! These raiders half a mile away. Doggy Meat has noticed them. And Doggy Meat is distracted because Doggy Meat... Oh, he's got... You're on top of Bridge Raider. Why the fuck do you have a pool cue? Like, why? Sometimes you do question why there's a melee raider in certain spots. What's this? Well, they're not hiding behind a car, are they? No one's hiding behind cars. No, it's a doggo fight. Come on, Doggy Meat. Get less distracted. I mean, to be honest, this is authentic dog behaviour. Getting absolutely and utterly distracted by everything. This is authentic dog behaviour. This dog was bloody useless for keeping attention. You were playing fetch. You threw something to him. You go and fetch it. Once. And if you were lucky, he'd bring it back. Sometimes you just started chewing on it there and there because he liked to chew things. He was a destructive little dogling. It's like, the amount of toys that died to my little dog. It was incredible how many toys he killed, actually. Oh no, which one's next? A scripted encounter with a Yao guy? Yep. I love how I remembered. And vanilla Fallout 4, chances are you will never see any Yao guy that is not stunted, because almost all Yao guy spawns are ridiculously low level areas, because Fallout 4 has just like a ridiculously low level. Oh no, the raiders followed me. They followed me. Stinglings. It's a new one. I don't actually see stinglings very often. They're a surprisingly rare spawn for what they are. Also surprisingly dangerous. Oh. Can't reload, got no AP. Bang, bang, bang. I think stinglings are actually like the most dangerous insect in Fallout 4. Or at least, sort of? Because they actually do have quite high damage and they're hard. Why did I just scream, hey you? There are times when you wonder, oh no, I've run out of ammo, whatever shall I do? Oh yeah, use another gun. It's Fallout. I mean, if you're sticking to like 1 or 2 weapons, Fallout 4's ammo isn't too bad. What the? Why are these settlers so...
If you ain't been up to see Grey Garden, you should go. Out here?
Why are they out here?
One day at a time.
Like, there's... That's a random ass encounter spot for a settler. Because this isn't the... The settlement's over there. Quite far away over there. Because Doggy Meat's taking, yep, you guessed it, another really random route. Yep, rather than just going down the hill like a normal person. It's like, to be honest, I completely forget this shack even exists because it is kind of random. Yes, Doggy Meat. Oh, search for clues time, is it? Oh no. Third beer.
Gwyneth Stout. One of his creature comforts.
The question is, where does he get this bloody beer from? That's the question you need to ask.
Okay, boy. Let's track him.
What?
Need your nose to track Kellogg, boy.
You'd think a consumable like the cigars, maybe. But again, because you know, not everyone smokes cigars. Even smokers don't necessarily touch cigars. They are a bit specialist. But the beer, you'd think, unless they just kept making it post-war, you'd think that that would probably start running out of like the specific types of beer. Not necessarily like the generic just beer, which is clearly just any other brand. But you'd think maybe they'd run out, but who knows. It is a bit weird. Oh no. Barrels! I think they just live on this bridge, but it's still effectively a scripting. I mean, you're probably going to encounter more enemies on this trip to Fort Häagen-Dazs than if you just went to Fort Häagen-Dazs directly. But I kind of want to just point out just how ridiculously scripted this sequence is. Yeah, oh no, barrels. Barrels are coming. Oh no, I have run out of ammo. I will get my traditional zombie killing weapon out. I mean, they're close enough. Doggy Meat is just annoying with that grapple. Because you aim for him and then, oh, they're pulled down by Doggy Meat. W's 2 death balls fighting, I think. Well, I think that's a scripted event, or is that just a random encounter that can happen up this road? Can't remember if it's a random encounter that happens on this road and I just happened to get it like the first time I went up here. Oh no.
Attention assailant. Lower your weapons immediately.
Random settler.
What have we here?
Error. System corrupt. I can't feel my legs.
This had to be Kellogg.
Signature confirmed. Assailant Kellogg. Known associates.
Thank you, Dogmeat. No associates. Institute. Why does the Assaultron know that? This random Assaultron. As far as we can tell, they're not linked in any way, so how the... Oh no, it's a random dog pack. Oh no. The doggies. Oh, distinct. Oh, a legendary blood bug. That's different. That's a new one. I mean, point blank, that shotgun is kind of chameleon. Not the most obnoxious legendary effect. It's not even good. I've never actually had it. Like, I mean, it's less effect than a stealth boy, and I've consistently found stealth boys don't actually give me any stealth. Like, enemies still see me straight through them. You know, they've never worked for me ever. Righty. Hacking is kind of important. I think I need an expert hack to get through the Fort Häagen-Dazs all its booty. Come on, doggy meat, let's take this. Now you just randomly run up a hill that's barely climbable. You know, how does doggy meat just takes the most random path? Yeah. Yeah, and I do not have... Let me guess, I do not have... Do I have a Jolly Fat Man? No. No, I don't. Yeah, so I am complete... And Doggy Meat is just going to get massacred by that Death Wall, so... Right. Run. Because there is no way in hell I am fighting that. I think it's giving up. Let us truck up. Because Terminal pauses time. I mean, if the Deathclaw runs into that, it might slow it down. No, the Deathclaw's still there. Don't fight that. Just run away. I know where they need to go. I mean, I don't think there was any more scripted encounters on the way to Fort Häagen-Dazs. I think it was just... Could you just simply put... I haven't got the armament to fight a Deathclaw. It's... I think I have lost the Deathclaw. I also lost Doggy Meat, but... That is irrelevant, because I have... Oh no, Doggy Meat is just teleported in front of me, right. Hello, Doggy Meat.
Is this the place? Huh? Is he in here, boy?
Right. Into Fort Häagen-Dazs we go. Dog is available. Wait, I don't want... because you have no companion. Doggy Meat just immediately...
How you doing, buddy?
Joins along, even though you don't.
Hey.
And Doggy Meat is notoriously awful to get rid of. For some reason, Doggy Meat just does not ever want to bloody...
How you doing, buddy?
And this isn't XDI's fault, this is just Dog Meat. He just doesn't work half the
How
time.
you doing, buddy?
Doggy Meat... Because Doggy Meat, that's...
Look alive.
Right. I hate Dog Meat because he just gets in the way, and I don't like Dog as companion anyway, because, like, I don't like really hurting dogs. Like, I think dogs hurt, just hurt. Right. Where is it? Transfer... Cell coordinates... Beats map. No. Companion module. Oh, is it just companion module? Might not. Yeah, it is. It doesn't have... It's the one that doesn't have the formatting on it. I think that... No, that doesn't work against Dog Meat, of course not.
How you doing, buddy?
Why does dog meat always
Doing, buddy?
fucking do this? Like, I try and get...
How you doing, buddy?
Like, I want to get rid of dog meat, but... Oh, wait.
Why don't you wait at home, boy?
Get to Sanctuary Hills, go to live there. And finally. Dog meat, for some reason, always does that. And I don't know why. Absolute. I do have trigger discipline occasionally. You know, just in case you thought, oh, Jackie has no trigger discipline. I do! It's just not much. That, and I'm aware, I am always acutely aware that I've got ridiculous amounts of ammo, so I do tend to use. I like using automatic weapons in Fallout 4 because, well, I buffed them to not be useless, and 2, it just uses up ammo. And Fallout 4 just gives you way too much ammo. I mean, I always end up with like a million, even like rare ammo, like Gauss rifle rounds, I always end up with loads of, because you just get loads of. And if it's a slow firing weapon, you never use much of them. That's the... You never use much ammo, therefore you always end up having loads of it. The only weapons you use ammo on are a fully automatic weapon, and the Fat Man, because just because mini nukes are so rare. But that's only because mini nukes are rare. I mean, fusion cells. I think you could quite legitimately use a Gatling laser as your sole weapon and be fine. Get a never-ending one, and you would never have to worry about having ammo ever again. Because as long as you have a fusion cell, you will have unlimited ammo. It's a bit broken. And they knew that because they give you one. The Eternatus. Oh, did I just see it? I just saw a flick. I think it's because there probably is an occlusion plane there, so... I never quite understood why that one is guns and bullets. You know, laser weapons tend to be on the...
Why are you hiding?
On the, like... Tech of Tomorrow, or whatever that magazine is. You know, the techie magazine. No. I'm merely looting. Because looting is love. Looting gets you money. Money gets you crap.
That's it.
Crap gets you money. And these turrets aren't really alert. Oh, come on. I love how, like, the most pathetically padlocked. Oh no, the synth has sought or me, or seen me, or whatever it does. Now I must kill off the synth.
An enemy may be utilizing stealth.
Oh no! Stationary turrets. I am so. What's the word? It's not scared. Underwhelmed? Yeah, I'm gonna go with underwhelmed. I'm gonna go with underwhelmed. Although the synths do a bit of damage because I buffed the Institute's rifle to actually be better than the laser. Because vanilla, it's the laser. Instamash. I mean, that's not nice at the best. Like, there are some things that you just question eating, and the Instamash is, and like the pork and beans. I mean, do you eat 200-year-old pork and beans? I mean, I know the radiation's probably killed all the bacteria, but it's and the mold, but it's still probably just it probably wasn't that nice to begin with. Same with like the Instamash, it probably wasn't that nice to begin with. You know, even before it was... I have never noticed that you can open these bloody shutters before. And yet now I'm doing it all the time. You know, it'd be nice if it was like a stealthy thing that you could just open the shutters, poke your gun through, take your shot, and then pull them shut.
Sweet.
But I don't think they actually do block line of sight. I think they're just cosmetic. Because it's not... Well, it's not really a stealth game. The stealth system is a bit primitive, it's not great.
Facility infiltrated. Termination required.
Protect Emotron! Protect!
That's it.
Might as well get in the first try.
Powering up. Protectron on duty. Protect and serve.
Protect and serve. Gunfire! Protect!
In danger. Defending.
I said... Fine, you're no good protecting, you're better off as a loot.
Initiated directive Sigma Omicron. Protect. Kellogg. I cannot allow the attack to continue.
Mine! Oh no! Tourette syndrome. No one will stop me getting to my delicious balanced breakfast.
Fort Hagen is under instant authority. Terminating intruder.
Terminate intruder.
Actuator system is offline.
This is a Tourette. Not a very good one either. Oh shit. Yeah. I mean, what kind of mic beeps? I mean, they're kind of defective.
There we go.
Turret control in line of sight of the turret. What's the point? Ammo. Not something you expect to find in a bloody locked ammo box. You know, railway spikes are not... They're not exactly the thing you expect to find in a ammo box. They're something you expect to find in, like, random junk. But I believe that's how they were handled in Fallout 3, as they were just treated as, like, a random junk item.
Is someone present?
Wounded detected. Curious.
Something's going nuts the other side of this door. Oh no! You know, like, certain traps aren't very...
And your existence.
Melee-synth, that explains it. There is only that one random melee-synth in here. Liqueur bottle. Alright, let's, have some... potato crisps. Wait, what? Wait. I'm baffled now. It's taken me a long time to realise this, but... Fallout 4 is an American game set in United States of America. Things... I mean, aluminium is consistently spelt either aluminium correctly, or aluminum, which is the American spelling. These, the way it's in a can, means that, like, Americans call them chips. Everyone, British, proper English, calls them crisps. And if you're Australian, I believe you call them both, just for extra confusion. You know, just for extra confusion. But you can presume because they're in a can, they're sort of like something like a stackable or crisp, like a Pringle. But why are they called crisps? I mean, because looking at them, they look, semi-stacked. Unbustable cat. Unbeatable flavour. I've never actually looked at these before. But why are they crisps? Why is Fallout 4 so hilariously inconsistent? I mean, there are definite cases in Fallout 4 where it's aluminium and aluminium. It is one of those strange cases where it is both are found. I really need to cook something. I think there's an oven in here. We eat disgusting pre-war meat. Right, I'm just gonna have some. No, don't eat. I'm gonna bite the bullet and drink some Nuka-Cola.
Visit my old friend, the frozen TV dinner. Last time we met, you were cozying up to the peas and apple cobbler.
Oh, there was something that cracked me up in Point Lookout. It's the specifics of the Fallout 4 version, one of the lines. Because it's during the Punga trip. It really did crack me up, and Kellogg just reminded me of it. You'll know it when I see it, because I will deliberately go and show the husband. Because the husband on my default save is a monstrosity. Wow, that's alert. Yeah.
Sorry, your house has been a wreck for 200 years. But I don't need a roommate. Leave.
But, it was like, no, that's not, it was supposed to be an insult, but it came across as, no, that's just the truth. Because I deliberately made it an abomination as husband. Just because, why not? Why wouldn't you? It makes Sean interesting. And yes, Sean does amazingly work with Sharkling. It's weird. And he doesn't even get... I don't think he gets a funny skin tone from it either, because I think anything out of the ordinary, he just defaults to... Because he's got two to pull from, it's actually really cleverly done, how Sean's done.
50-50 odds of making it to Diamond City. After that, I figured the Commonwealth would chew you up like jerky.
Sensor anomaly detected.
Oh, come on, Simpies.
Shutting down.
No, I'm running out of the ammos. Whatever shall I do?
Look, you're pissed off, I get it, I do. But whatever you hope to accomplish in here,
Yeah, that was something that really bugged me, Vanilla. Oh wait! Your bubble turrets are invincible while closed, which is really, really fucking stupid. So implants do succeeds. Acrobats, saunas. Not the security gate that's only got a novice lock on it. I mean, quick! I'm dying! I'm dying! I need a med pack! Oh, who locked it behind the security door? Like, seriously, why is that there? Like, sometimes the logic is a bit weird. Toothbrush, pen. Both equally good for cleaning my teeth. Because I have big teeth. See, a shark. You know, you... Who was playing Blast Radius on a toilet? Why? I mean,
Someone present.
yeah, this is a world scared of nuclear horrors. We'll just make a game about nuke going off for kids. You know, that's the kind of dark humor I expect in Fallout. It's the kind of thing I like the series for.
Movement detected. Movement detected. Curious.
I'm still not quite sure what the purpose of farting a fire extinguisher is. Does it actually put out fires? I don't know. Do I? Oh, I'm going to drink a Nuka-Cola Quantum, which isn't addictive in Fallout 4. I know it was in Fallout 3, and I think it was in New Vegas? I'm not sure, because New Vegas copied a lot straight from Fallout 4, so I'd imagine it was, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it was, because I remember it being addictive in Fallout 3, it has to have been. because I only played like vanilla Fallout, you know, well, base Fallout 3 wasn't really vanilla. I wouldn't run vanilla because, but I mean, so I couldn't go back to the clunk. You know, not having iron sights, basically just aim being like that, wasn't working for me. Like a slight zoom, it just didn't work for me at all. Ooh, Day Tripper, that's a rare one. I think they did add some of the rarer chems into the like med packs instead of stim packs, because like the stim packs are just really low odds. Because seriously, the stim packs vanilla, you just get way too many of them. It's like, even if you're using them all the time, you'll still probably end up with hundreds of the things. New Vegas, on the other hand, I think they were a little too rare. And given how rare and the only other healing item worth a damn in New Vegas that wasn't a stim pack or super stim pack was the healing powder. But again, that was like, if you weren't siding with Legion, you were never going to get that in any quantity either. I was not trying to be stealthy, I was merely trying to sneak up closer to get good range with my machine gun. With my Robinson gun. Better grab that key. And his new Coca-Cola Quantum. No, it's the armory password, not key. Oh well, same basic principle. It gets me in places, therefore it is a key.
You got guts and determination. It's admirable. Over your head in ways you can't possibly comprehend.
Because they can be delimbed, Simps are not the most dangerous combatants, even when you do give them good armament. Which, vanilla again, they don't have. Because vanilla balance is just bizarre.
You have that option. Not a lot of people can say that.
I mean, like, extra secure much. Like, any story location in Fallout 4 is just like, there's stim packs everywhere.
That's it.
And like, vanilla, like a couple of ranks in the medic perk, and you're getting full heals from stim packs. It's ridiculous. I think it goes like, I mean, there's really no point having like the night. Ah yes, there's the anti-Kellogg weapon. I mean, it does credit to them. They do give you a mini nuke usually when you need it. Say for Carling Dust, there's 3 collectibles in here. It is a bit odd. I don't think there's anywhere else, even within a couple of cells of each other, that is anywhere near that level full of collectibles. Hell, most places I don't even think have like maybe just one. I think a few places have 2. I think like what's it called? Oh, Green Check Genetics, the other tower that you have to go to in the main story. Or at least if you're doing, you know, unless you do Minutemen and just skip off the story. Because, I mean, if you want to do Fallout 4 as quickly as fucking possible, like, the quickest way to get to an ending, you know, to get to the ending cutscene, the quickest way is to piss off the Brotherhood the second you meet them, build a load of bare-bones shitty settlements, like, just kill the settlers, doesn't do it. Go recruit, you know, do them before. Go get Presto, do the work to reclaim the castle. Set up a couple of artillery guns, and you're done. Because if you piss off the Brotherhood at the railroad, like just go in guns blazing, you can just get the Corsa chip decoded because you just go to the terminal because that fail safe. But, you know, it's the fastest way, because they are just a failsafe. The equivalent to New Vegas is Yes Man, in that... Except in New Vegas there was actually a legitimate reason why you might go with Yes. And Yes Man did actually, I seem to recall, did at least make you do all the side quests, or at least asked if you ignored them. Like, Yes Man at least had more going on. Well... yeah. Fatman. Boing. Do not fire in confined spaces. Right. But I want my cereals. Right. Kill Kellogg. Done. Don't know why I jumped, but it worked. Blind punch. I mean, you can do it while in third person. I don't know why you would.
Tech. You were barely human.
Let's take Cornflakes' pistol. It's not a bad pistol. It's actually like I don't because it's deep. I mean, obviously it's got a custom barrel on because I've got uniques, but. I mean, I'm tempted to just strip their weird legendary effects and just replace them with completely normal effects. But just like cosmetic different stat barrels rather than the weird effects. But this starts off with the best barrel, the best grip, and, you know, it's a 4-4 pistol, chances are long before you'll ever find another one. Time to have my balanced breakfast. Eat my cereals. I mean, if you're a Dragonian, you would eat cereal like similar to that. I mean, wait, no, there's 4 bloody things in here because there's the magazine, the game magazine down here. So there's 4 bloody collectibles in here. It's a bit ridiculous. I mean. The Museum of Freedom has 2. It has a bobblehead and it has a magazine. And the Nick Vault, again, the Truman Vault, that has one as well. Yeah, it's a bobblehead and a magazine, but you usually don't get you tend to get bobblehead and magazine, but not necessarily more. Cleared out and secured Fort Häagen-Dazs. We move out soon, yay. Security door control. Open doors. Behold the scripted sequence where the Pridwin arrives in a few moments. I'm not going to bother even picking up the Drunken Gnomes because it just puts a permanent quest in there. I know he's here. He's one of the ones that's relatively easy to find. But I'm not even going to bother with them, to be honest, because they're a bit tedious and like there's just a little. Credit to Bethesda, most of the magazines and the bobbleheads are relatively easy to find. You know, they are on the route where you will go. Well, the Drunken Gnomes are not. They're ridiculously well hidden. Quite a few of them are hidden in barrels. You know, they are just very difficult to find. Also, where does the strobing light come from? Because there's no holes in here, so where does the light come from? Unless that seal is just that bad. The concealed load screen. I mean, again, these are quite clever load screens. They hide a load screen. They're quite clever. And this, like, why does it have security door control? I don't get that. Because you use that one, because then that triggers the Pridwin. Which does amazingly. I have followed it with console commands. You have to, like, it's quite difficult to do because when it gets to about, you know, when it starts hitting Boston, it does speed up. But it does take a legitimate path. It does go around Boston. It doesn't clip through anything. It comes very close. There's a highway it comes very, very close to. But it does fly straight across Boston. Straight to the spot where it parks, and then sort of turns awkwardly on the spot, and then after it's done turning, it waits a bit. The static model of it spawns in. It waits a bit, but still lingers for a bit, and then a few 10 seconds or so, it does spawn in. It is quite interesting to actually follow it. It had no need to go as far as it did. I mean, if you run along after it, there is no way I don't think you'll ever keep up with it. Because at this speed, yes, you can keep up with it. but it sort of does speed up. At which point it does become impossible to follow without console commands. I was cheating behind it with like with high speed and sprinting. You know, I was really cheating. Is that an overdue book? It's weird. A little micro version of a Halloween decoration. But it does, you know, I'm going to just watch it because it does speed up in a bit. Also, lore-wise, like, there's no way that Idwin will be taken down by, like, the Minutemen artillery guns. It's the thing's a flying battleship. You know, it's a flying battleship or aircraft carrier. Its tonnage, I think Ingram says it's like 50,000 tons or something, which is like big battleship level. So it's presumably, in terms of lore, it's probably about 200-meter long flying battleship aircraft carrier. Or if it really is that size, and like it brought in like a big escort, so it's presumably bigger than it's because everything in Fallout 4 scaled down somewhat. But you know, it's presumably a big ship. There's no way the Minutemen's farty crude artillery would ever touch it. And it's debatable whether Liberty Prime would be able to kill it as well. But the thing with Liberty Prime, and that, to be honest, that plan only works because of the exceptional abilities of player. That's the thing, it's like, I don't count it when, free banging monkeys, that's not creepy, I'm gonna stay away. Yeah, because it still seems to be crawling a bit. Because you can theoretically not catch it. I don't think you have to improve your speed to keep up with it. Maybe if you had like a full set of sprinters gear and like loads of AP increasing up. Like a full set of sprinters gear with loads of AP items. You can see it's starting to... But it does go into position. It is... I was genuinely surprised when I followed it to find that it does actually fly to its position and doesn't clip things, because it's not something you'd expect. The fact that they can still see it quite clearly does give a sense of scale of how small Fallout 4 actually is. Like, even at this distance, behind Green Tech Genetics, behind I still can't remember the name of that tower. The one that's not quite the tallest place in Boston, actually, because that is. The one that the USS Constitution, I think, cracks it into is that one. Yeah, that's the highway. You can just about see the highway there. Just underneath it. It does come very, very close to that highway. It's like, skims it, but it does fit over it. You know, I am quite impressed with how the Pridwin worked. And then there is that awkward turn. And I think the static model spawns in just before it's finished doing the turn, so it looks a little odd. But it does... Oh shit. Looks like vertebrates are spawning already. Although I believe this one just spawns on the floor. Yeah, this one I think is respawn landed. I don't... Yes, to give the impression that it's like the first thing they've done upon arriving is like, you're probably going to run into this one if you're following the quest marker. I'm just going to let them shoot it out. I'm just going to leave that alone. Because I'm not really rigged to take out a vertebrate without a missile launcher, because that's kind of how you kill them. Yeah, you sort of... One good shot into the cockpit will usually kill them. You know, into the hull. Oh no, raiders! Ow. One of them headshot me. Come on. Don't tell you, I can't... Oh, it's come on, bloody menu. Won't let me use stim packs on my bloody menu. Because it was a bloody toolbox. Right. Oh shit, now the vertebrae's taken off as well. Do I have any jet? Jet would be really... Because I don't have any ammo. Oh, you know what? I think it's that one that's got the ridiculous. Great. Oh great, the bird's engaged now. And this pistol is gutless because it's unupgraded. Run away! Oh no, the vertibird got me. Fuck. See, I made vertibirds actually dangerous, but those raiders were headshotting me twice. Made me really reluctant to go past them, and then the vertibird took off. I think it was on... Oh! Really? That was not... It didn't save going out that cutscene? I can't believe it didn't save going out there. I can't believe that. Simp arm rock falling. It is kind of gutless. Yeah. Balanced breakfast. Leave nothing. I didn't fall off the table that time. Access logs. I didn't open the doors, so I'm an idiot. Gotta go back to Nick and Valentine's. This time, I'm not going to make the mistake of going across there and get... I'm not pick up a boulder either, it's a waste of time. Because there is a weird quirk with this mission. Even if you've got, like, multiple companions... Like, if you bring both Piper and Nick along because they need, you need them to be together, one of them will randomly... Once you, like, activate that terminal, one of them will just randomly get dismissed. I don't know if it's a failsafe written into the thing, but because if you can get, if you can catch them before they waddle away, which you can if you're quick, you can catch. Because obviously, if Nick's the one that stays with you, then Nick goes off. Piper's the one that goes off. So if you catch her quickly and get her back in your party, you can have that cutscene in there, and it works fine. It's really weird that it's got that failsafe split, and it's also really weird that I didn't save it at all. Because the problem is I haven't got weapons yet. And I've balanced... Why is it green? There must be a... Is there a bloody rad storm on its way? No, it just went green for no apparent reason. Right, now I'm just going to run the...
People of the Commonwealth, do not interfere. Our intention.
And weirdly enough, the Brotherhood's intentions are peaceful. All the other, Institute and Railroad are not. Like, if you look at Battle of Bunker Hill's good example. The Brotherhood is the only one that doesn't fire on the civilians. The Institute obviously does, because damn the casualties, humans are irrelevant. And the Railroad also does. The Railroad heavies, like, they will attack the civilians, which... When you think about it, it is kind of fits the Railroad. You can't see us, we're invisible, so we'll just kill everyone off.
Best scrap in the Commonwealth, right here.
Anything been happening around here?
Nothing you'd be interested in.
No, of course not.
Let me think it over.
This is something I do actually miss from Fallout 3, is that every vendor crate was lootable, so if you killed the vendor, you got a choice. You know, there was the choice to, like, you have a vendor crate. If you kill the vendor, you get the key to their crate, which is otherwise perma-locked, so you couldn't just loot that shit anyway. But it's like, if you killed the vendor, there was an What the fuck is attacking me? Oh, probably just a feral. Is it a bloody vertebrate seeing me? Yeah, it's seen me now. Means I need to get somewhere with actual cover. This shitty shed. Actually, it hasn't. I don't think it has seen me. No, radical roaches. Radical roaches killed the settlers. Fine, that's about as safe and hostile random encounters you're ever gonna get. I mean, it's radical roaches. I mean, honestly. Hello, radical roaches. I'm so horrified. I'm gonna curl up at night and sleep. I mean, it's just embarrassing. I saw it. It's radical roaches. I mean, there is no more embarrassing a way to die than being killed by radical roaches. I don't even know what's gone hostile to me, because it's not that vertebrate which is flying around all dangerously. Yeah, it's just dangerously flying around. Because early games is a bit more dangerous. This is like... I'd read my Fallout 4 for like an enjoyable experience later on when I've actually got equipment, not... Oh no! Ants! Whatever am I gonna do? What have I got ammo for? This. Stuck in a tree. I'm an idiot. No, I never said I wasn't. I never pretend not to be. Oh, the super mutants do what I did, get stuck in a tree. Right. Oh no, I've got a bloody machine gun, that's dangerous. Right, that's really dangerous. Like... How did that not connect? Sometimes you do question the detection of the trees. Some do have a bit of ethereal. Some do have an ethereal hit detection. And super mutants are really bad for the. Oh, super mutant orders is always a fun one. Always a fun read. It's so stupid. Good old kill, loot, return. Do they really need reminding that they need to do that? It's a genuine question whether super mutant is. Do you really need reminding of that? Super mutants are not known for their intelligence, but really? They need telling kill, loot, return? Ooh, what's this shackler? I don't know. Oh, it's just a random little pit stop with a growing area. Yep. You know, it's the fact that I remember most locations. It's because there isn't that many. I mean, granted, I remember a lot of Skyrim's locations because, well, I've also clocked an ungodly amount of hours in Skyrim because, well, why wouldn't you?
Sweet.
It's just an on-site greenhouse with a drug lab in the back. And yes, it is clearly a drug lab. It is clearly a drug lab. Always made buff tats, it's free XP. Always made mentats, it's free XP. It's like the only real use for a barrack, so make orange mentats because carrot plus mentats. So that's how they're why they're orange, is they're not orange flavour at all. Psycho Jet's never a bad combo to have. Refreshing beverage, I never make that. I need medic to make stim packs because again, just make too many of the fucking things. Wait, play voice for him? Does he have a holotape? I thought it needed script extender and needed the MCM. I didn't realise it had a non-MCM option. I've looked at that so many times and I've just never paid attention to it. And those scabbers. Why scabs hate me so? Oh, come. If you're going to backpedal faster than I can run, that's just cheap. I'm going to cheap shot you with that. That's just cheap. Why is scabs so innately hostile? I don't get it. I thought scabs were like semi-civilized. Running away in horror doesn't mean that you won't immediately turn around and try and kill me. Don't waste. Don't. Oh, he has the megaton. See, that's the thing, is like, why would you take a sack hood unless you're just like a pack rat like me? I just pick up. But that's I can't be bothered to sift through it. I'm not playing inventory management the game. That's not how I play. You know, I balance, and that's my game as a result. I balance it how I play it. That's why I do it the way I do. I mean, perfect car for the garage, and I'm assuming it has side doors. Looking at it, unlike the Isetta, which was a similar size vehicle, which also had at least the British three-wheeled ones had no reverse gear. So. Yeah, front-mounted door, no reverse gear. Let that just sink in. You went into your garage, which, being British, would be tiny. Like, that sort of size is pretty normal. You know, it's just about big enough to get a small car in and not get the doors open. But it's... You know, you've got that... So you've got a tiny garage. You drive into it. Against the wall like that. You can't get the door open. Because it's a front opening door that swings open. You can't reverse because you've got no reverse gear. What do you can't even, and because it's got a front mounted door, you can't even open the door and just put your foot out and pedal it backwards like you could with, say, a PLP50. Another three-wheel tiny car that makes that like little red zip thing look absolutely enormous, because seriously the PLP50 is microscopic. It really is tiny, and yet it can take a full-sized human. So it's one of those things, like, it is genuinely tiny, but it also is actually like amazingly just about big enough for an actual human. I mean, and it's a legend for a reason, but Mighty Peel. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's also brilliant. And money no object, I would actually like to have one. Especially since you can get little electric ones now. They like remade them electric. For some reason, I mean, it makes sense because, you know, perfect thing to make electric, small, zippy, and I mean, perfect town car. You wouldn't be scared of being in an accident, but I'd say it's no less safe than a bicycle.
I'm Nikki. I'm just asking for your opinion. It'd be a great quote.
She's my client, Piper. Why don't you learn not to snoop on a woman's private affairs?
Well, well, speak of the devil.
You're back. And not with your son. What happened?
Oh no.
You were right, Nick. Kellogg took.
I was waiting for the mouth to spaz out again because it did. It was with Nick last time. It did.
With the Institute, he gave them Sean.
The Institute?
I love how I read that in like a one-note log.
Truly, that makes things considerably more complicated.
He ain't kidding. Heck, Nick's a synth, and even he doesn't know how to get in.
No synth does. Security protocols strip those memories out.
I need to find a way.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
You know, at first I didn't gel with XDI, but I'm starting to get used to it now.
And sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but...
I mean, it has its failures. The fact it doesn't show the prices for, like, services is a bit weird. And the fact it's been going on for so many years and it still doesn't do that is a bit odd. I think it's because it just drags them straight from the actual dialogue line, which is a bit weird with ones that have multiple lines.
And like that would have had access. In and out.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he wasn't the surrender and talk type, was he?
I'm sure I could barf up something.
He's dead, Nick.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh.
Yeah, I'm sure I could barf something. My balanced breakfast of Kellogg. Cornflakes.
Doesn't matter what he knew. I'd kill him again in a heartbeat.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need
I hate that Pip-Boy icon. It's so nagging. They managed to make it really obnoxiously naggy.
neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person.
Railroad agent does the brainwipe on the Sims. I mean, if you get a brainwipe, a complete brainwipe, and that's the Railroad's only solution,
Gross, seriously?
like, that's the Railroad's sole solution is, oh, just go get a memory wipe. Like, it is a bit weird. It's like, you know, escape to sleep. Like, why would your memories make a difference? I mean, I don't get that.
What exactly do we need, Nick?
It's always strikes me as a bit weird and shows that the Railroad aren't half snowballs to try and make it out as a synth triangle would make you leave. Because the synth triangle is, unfortunately, where I think a lot of where Fallout 4's morality, and I do say it with quotation marks, comes from. It's one of those things where, like, because Brotherhood is kill the Sim, Institute enslave, and then Railroad is saved, but the save is really questionable when you realise that, like, their idea of saving them is to give them a bloody memory wipe. And it's not a procedure that's without risk, because how Curie gets a synth body is a memory wipe gone wrong, and Glory is understandably touchy about it. Although I don't think it's Glory if you've never met the Railroad.
Anything else you can tell
I
me about
seem to think it's just a generic otherwise. Or if Glory's dead, is it generic? I can't remember.
Just a fancy name. It's literal. A lot of people give up all their caps just to relive the good parts of their lives. Over and over.
And if you go to the memory den before starting the main story, and I think it's specifically before meeting Nick, you can actually go to the vision of your past. I don't know if it's before this bit, or whether it's before meeting Nick at all, but nice little detail.
We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
Well, you two are out. I'm gonna do some more research.
No, that's not weird.
And by the way, at some point, you owe me...
No, I don't owe you a bloody interview. That's Mysterious Stranger. Where's the other one?
Folks are just looking for a hand.
Arch Blues. If I ever go near Fanway Hall, remind me to play that. Because, well, all it is go to Fanway Hall, climb to the top, get Golden Grasshopper, go to Shemdrown's grave, dig up his grave, steal his skull, and his sword, and his bits of ingots, move on. You know, it just feels like incredibly disrespectful to steal his skull. Get out of the bloody way. Now, I think with Earl Sterling, I can just skip the entire quest by going straight into this basement.
There's an awful lot of blood leading into the surgery center basement. Should try and find a way down there.
Oh no, but I don't think I ever once ran out of bobby pins, and it's not like you get like millions of them. I mean, they're not Oblivion level lockpick rare, but they're less common than Skyrim. But you just tend not to break them because you can't even attempt to pick.
But I think we're just about done.
Hello.
That little mistake is finally going to.
Doctor.
Oh, naughty, naughty. You're not supposed to be down here, but that's okay. I can fix
The way his goggles stretch, they look like the silly alien or eyeglasses that you can get, and Todd Howard had a pair. I don't know if that's intentional or whether it's just the fact that Doc Crocker just happens to have a head that stretches them.
Put down the gun, Crocker. It's over.
over. For Doc Crocker? Why would it be over for the brilliant surgeon everyone loves? He never makes mistakes or loses patience.
They're so silly.
People happy.
You made a mistake, but you can still do the right thing, Doctor. Just think this through.
I have thought this through. Don't worry. I'll make this quick and painless.
With your rusty old pipe pistol? I think not. Are you gonna try? My God, he's weak. Oh, I think he's just lost his head entirely this time. Shame to let Earl Sterling go to waste.
Close the casket funeral.
Now it's not even.
You going? I'm reporting this. God, look at this mess.
Doctor.
You should go. This is my surgery. I'll be the one to set this right. I'll be informing Diamond City security about what happened here. Everyone will know what Dr.
And no one will give a shit that I've just taken some brain fungus and eaten someone. Because no one seems to give a shit in Fallout 4. It's only if it's something they specifically own. I don't even think that's... I think that's steal from Doc Crocker, not from Dr. Sun. It's really weird. It's... Fallout 4 makes no sense. Oh, get out of the bloody way. Oh, it's doing it like that. I mean... better... See, now they all go hostile, because apparently if you don't talk to Dr. Sun, they all just go nuts. But it's Diamond City, no one gives a shit. I mean, I won't be coming back here for a long time. It's not exactly like it's... Was that because I stole the brain fungus that Dr. Sun didn't care about, or is it because I killed Doc Crocker and didn't talk to Dr. Sun about it, and therefore that equals kill? You know, I mean, if you walk out of the room and let Diamonds... The question is, what happens if you walk out of the room while Doc Crocker's attacking you? Does he follow you and try and kill you? In which case, Diamond City's useless ass security kills you, or... I mean, the entire town has decided to follow me. I mean, it's a bit weird. I sort of get Mo Cronin because he's a bit nuts, but... I love how the iBot isn't currently the only one that's following. Kind of forget they can actually shoot back. Wow, it can actually hit me, like, occasionally. Even at point blank range, it can barely hit me. That's a bit pathetic. Now, there's 3 actions. I think it was not talking to Dr. Sun that did it. Like, and now I think even the iBot's given up. Yeah, even the iBot's given up now. Oh no, they've continued. Fine, I'll make them actually do their jobs and kill some raiders. Or is this the one with all the ferals? I can't remember. Is this the one with the ferals or the raiders? If it's the one with the raiders, fine. If it's the one with the ferals, fine. They can still actually accomplish. Oh no, they're using baseball grenades because I think I gave them the baseball. Okay. Why is that feral there? I mean, there are times you do question, like, why a feral is there. Did he just spawn badly and die? Did he... Because he looked like he was the T-pose, which generally means they haven't spawned right, but... Now the question is, does Diamond City security follow me into this tunnel? And the weird teddy bear bar? Oh no, ferals, so scary. Oh no, more ferals. I hear them crawling, I can't see them crawling. Which means they must be in this... Bonk. Bonk. Oh, don't drink the skanky water. Yeah, they do put the semblance of corner there to give you the impression that it has just collapsed. Oh, miss. Oh, glow. Now I'm stuck in the corner by a glowing one. Lovely. All mods work so effectively in water, no one will ever know. But it's Fallout 4 logic. It's probably made of radioactive goodness. Oh, really glowing one. I forgot they resurrected. It's something I never see them do because. Of legendary. Might as well take its booty. Oh god, I hate looking in water because you just get really lightest bit of water as the corpse settles. You know what? Point blank. Head. Crit. Boom. The legless are. I mean. Oh, because the water plane takes up half the bloody body. It's just. Whoa, that's a lot of money. It's rich before you went glowing. I mean, but what? No, because if they're glowing, they're clearly one that's taken way too much radiation. It's probably skipped straight past Ghoulage and gone straight to feral. Which does beg the question. At least you give me useful rounds. Probably use a round away. I'm at that point where it's actually useful to use them. I try not to use them unless I'm empty. Like, I get max effect out of them, because otherwise it does feel like a bit of a waste. You know, it's like... Because I've made Radaway rare rather than just like, oh, let's just crap that out from the slide. I mean, Radaway was always rarer than the bloody Stimpaks. Stimpaks were always common as shit. I mean, it's disturbing how easy Stimpaks are to come by and how good they are. Like, default goes like, I think it's 30% is the absolute bottom they'll heal. Then it's, I think, 50%, 70%, and then 100% with the medic perk. It's ridiculous, and Radaway's the same. And it's like, no! Why does it heal so fucking much? It's like, no, that's just game breaking. And a lot of Fallout 4 perks... A lot of Fallout 4 perks work that way, where they're just like, game breakingly good. And the question is, can I... I can't. Why? Why can I do this? I don't even know where I picked up. difficult meat from, but I can at least meatify, make everything palatable, or slightly more palatable. I mean, no one would ever say this stuff is palatable. I mean, I don't know. Ramen might taste good, who knows? Yaobai may taste good, who knows? I mean, bear meat. It's not something people don't eat. I mean, some of this stuff is gross, like radical roach meat is probably pretty foul. So I don't think people eat cockroaches, but... Wait, had I already cleared this place out? I think I had. Oh. Yeah, I must have already cleared this place out. Alright, let's go get a good neighbour sequence done, shall we? It'll be a good time to finish the stream. I know it'll be a bit short. It's a lot shorter than last time, but last time was, by definition, a long stream. Oh, that's Brotherhood with a fucking minigun! Yeah, didn't expect the Brotherhood with a bloody minigun. That's not something you expect to see. I can't believe it, but the stealth way actually sort of semi-worked. You know, there's one thing I can safely say is I haven't actually decided which faction stream will be it Railroad or Institute. Obviously, it's one of the two. Right, I'm just gonna turn. Now, I feel being Enclave, she would be more suited with an actual, like, Do I already have it? I've lost it now, of course. Where is it? That one. Oh yeah, I already have it. I thought I already had it. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I already have it. I thought I'd already done that. Why haven't I... I'm an idiot. You know what? I'll keep cornflakes' pistol. Actually, no, it doesn't take the... Where's my rocket launcher? It's such a stupid name for it. I don't quite like... I don't usually like the quad barrel, but... She is Enclave, she should have best of tech. Like... No, the stabilizer doesn't look right on the quad barrel. You know, if she is Enclave pattern, she's got to do it properly. You know, you got to do it properly. Oh, that's even get like a scrap. I forgot like how crappy like default scrappage was. Curiosity, do I have my bloody laser equipped? No. No, I do not, for some reason. I'm going to equip that, because that's kind of like a really useful weapon to have. It's a really useful weapon to have. Why haven't I got that? Because I'm an idiot! Yay! You know what, let's take the rank 1 of the medic perk. Oh, latent towers, I'm not going through that nonsense. This wasn't here a moment ago. You weren't here a moment ago. Oh well. Needs must. Where's the lockpicking on it? there it is, locksmith. Always useful there. Now I'm no longer being hounded by the Brotherhood for merely existing, because how can someone call this an abomination of technology? Sharkling is sweet. You know, Sharkling is sweet. How can you call it an abomination of technology? Like, seriously. It's not an abomination, it's lovable. It just eats human, but that isn't that normal. I mean, it's smart. It's not thick. I mean, it eats human, but that's not that big a crime, is it? I mean, in this world, given what raiders do, I think eating human is the lesser.
Who's out there?
Oh, I forgot how beautifully comfortable rifles were in Fallout 4. You just are very comfortable weapons to use. I love how every bus has had like all its seats gutted out of it. Like every single one. It is a bit odd. I know why it's there, it's for performance reasons. I mean, in Fallout 3 they were just like, here's, you know, it was just, here's an object you can blow up. It was just an explodey car. And and the interior wasn't even remotely modelled. And they blew up like 3 hits. They were really, really fragile for some strange reason. I don't quite know why they were so fragile. Oh no! Ferals! Come on. Oh, gas. No, the good neighbor's always the one that, like, you go to the big tower. Boss Adam or something. I can't remember what the bloody name of it is. I know what the name of it is at the moment. Mass Fusion, that is it. Run it away! Because they've got, like, really heavy machine guns, because gunners are well equipped! But laser rifle, really comfortable, easy to use weapon, and, well, if your enemy, unless you are like pure, like, neutral, like you don't offend anyone, you will have so much ammo for it that you will pretty much never run out unless you try. You gotta be so wasteful to run out of laser rounds, because you get so many of them. You are not. You are very. You're not unstoppable. You're very stoppable. Ugh. And you're very stoppable. Yeah, we'll get that. Put the gun down. Get into it, good neighbor. Neighbor spelt the American way. I mean, appropriately. It is set in the USA. It might as well spell things correctly in the American sense, not in the correct sense.
Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
What was that? I couldn't hear over the sound of all that pathetic. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
You're the guy at 11. You're the guy in the pathetic leather jacket. I've got a laser rifle and full set of armor. Yeah, who's pathetic? He was my lunch and possibly my hero.
Of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Sounds like anarchy.
The best kind of anarchy. Embrace it, and maybe one day you'll call this little slice of chaos home. So
And the thing with Hancock is, you know he's a companion because he has a completely unique outfit. That's the thing, it's like the faction companions you don't. But every other companion, it's like, yep, they've got a unique outfit, therefore they must be companion. It's kind of... That's Fallout 4 logic. Every other companion, you know, has a unique outfit except the faction ones. Anyone that's tied to the 3 major factions has a generic outfit. All the others have a set outfit. You know, a set unique outfit. And then there's a Irma who is a bit weird. She actually does have a unique outfit.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I never walked.
Righty, do. This shouldn't take off.
Yes, I take yes.
Grognak the Barbarian. I love how I can just loot everything in here. Like, she doesn't give a shit I was taking all it. We've never even met. And it's unique because the rest of the zone is steel.
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari. It's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold.
I have a brain. Or at least what didn't digest.
Asking me to defile a corpse. You don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
You.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain.
This isn't the brain.
That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural...
I love how you just pull out the right bit of brain. That is... If you're not a pack rat who looks anything unique, that could be a very tedious walk back to Fort Hagen-Dazs to go pick up.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he still compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It just pulls straight from the subtitles, I think. Obviously, is he compatible? Was the subtitles? Is he still compatible? Was the actual wordage?
We're talking about wiring something.
Come on.
Don't worry about me, Amari.
Get me in the brain chair. Don't damage.
Just don't damage that brain, you two. I need it.
Trust me, Amari's hands are the safest place a brain can be.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here.
Ooh, lootables.
I need you to keep
Who keeps a toothbrush in a filing cabinet? Oh right, some people use them for dusting. So yes, it's actually not as weird as it sounds. Some people do actually keep them like dusting small objects. So actually, yeah, a toothbrush in a filing cabinet isn't that weird.
The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Oh no.
How do you lock memories?
The implant is encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like computer encryption. And we don't have the password. Let's see.
And if you were to throw your intelligence all to fire, that would probably go straight over you.
What if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory.
This is just an excuse to see Kellogg's memories.
He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
Into the brain chair. you don't know what these. I wouldn't trust the cleanliness of these chairs, because let's face it, happy memories. How many do you think will relive sex? I mean, to be honest, I can imagine it being quite a common one. And might be why they're transparent, so people would see you and it's like, no, stop. You know, I can see it, like, people doing it. I mean, you just never underestimate people. Yay! Blaine looks weird.
I'll try to step you through the intact memories.
We.
Hope you find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Oh no.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked?
Remember, you are
I
experiencing
think now
these
she wanted
memories
me
as
to
Keller.
kill him.
This may prove
should have.
disorienting at first.
Instead, I ended up running away.
Oh, it's too small to read. Although that is actually, as far as I can tell, that is a full actual page of a comic book.
But really,
You know, with actual dialogue.
guilt of not protecting her from Dad.
This doesn't seem to be what they're looking for.
Doesn't matter now, though.
There appears to be another.
Yeah. I don't need to see his life story.
There. Try that.
I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. That was the hot shit. The gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my
to the next intact memory.
Being from the hub and that being the home of flubology, which makes so many wheel puns, was his a rolling a wheel pun, or was it unintentional?
I found another memory to try.
You thought you could just
Like, genuinely, was it deliberate, or was it just happy coinking? Because you do genuinely wonder.
Mind if we...
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
I don't care for your life story, mate. I mean, one day maybe I will, but I don't think I've actually sat through the whole thing.
I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured
Time may be paused, but the eyes are not.
for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right.
But not on that
I
one.
don't know anything about operating on the surface.
Why does that one keep going?
Relied on their synths for everything.
That one, but not that one.
Resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement.
Getting warmer.
Suited me just
One of
fine.
these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
I didn't even remember what's in the other crime.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find him.
Yeah. Now, there's a reason that's got a weird... Why that looks so weird. I'll explain. That's pulling... Because it's got the correct head parts, but it's pulling the wrong skin tone. And then there's... Oh. The one that looks like it's been through hell before he's even got there.
Another intact memory.
Whenever
you're ready.
But the reason I had to do a lot of weird wiggling to make the shark work.
Is that your son?
But again, Sean comes out with a completely normal skin tone despite me being like great. And like Anik, my other shark, she's much chunkier, but she comes out, her human skin tone will be like a bright orange. So I have no idea what Sean will look like. I've done this quest, but I can't remember.
It's okay.
And Queen of Subtlety. Yeah, when you're that as obvious as that, I mean,
So what's the big crisis this time?
hardly subtle.
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the institute.
Left? As in?
Yeah, we know it's Virgil.
Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
Here's his file.
Pull that out of nowhere.
Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture in return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
Upa mutant cure.
One of the top bioscience boys?
Hardly the worst. Oh.
So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
That's it. It's Tesla science, that's not.
Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Teleportato. Because, when an NPC needs to be in a set spot, they just teleport into it.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Yeah. Teleport. I go.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Yay. I want popcorn. I'll take popcorn brain. They already eaten the brain. Hey, you had that brain now. It's only small.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before.
No.
How do you feel?
Bored.
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition.
Yeah, that's not really. That's like terrible, all reasoning right there. Because when my head was bleeding out, when I tripped over, I was still like, I was more cognizant than you'd think.
We got what we need.
But it's not. I was definitely not in a good condition. I was kind of like very low on blood, and this was before I went ridiculously pale, lost all energy, thought I was going to pass out, which genuinely scary. Never a feeling I've had before.
That scientist
So,
Kellogg was supposed to track down.
and a couple of glasses of water did fix it. Thankfully, it stabilised. But I had more of time getting my mother to bloody answer questions. So I was asking, can you just give me some basic maths questions to make sure my head's functioning right? And no. She'd see my wound and she'd. I never seen someone go back quickly. Glowing sea, what makes it so dangerous?
What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new.
In seconds.
Can kill a man in seconds.
Only the death wars get you, of which there are many.
Fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
Looks the mouth hasn't spazzed out this time.
Using the radiation and the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw.
Because simps are amazingly because of. Yeah, even Gen 1s are, for some reason, susceptible to radiation. You throw them into a radiation bath, like the pit outside the Vault 88 or whichever other one you build yourself.
How do I fight that much?
If you throw it into the pool there, it'll die from radiation poisoning. For some reason, the Gen 1 simps are adverse to rads, which is a bit weird. I think it's because they're not quite rigged right.
One of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
Oh, you mean the suit of power armor you've given at the beginning of the game, oh yeah.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Remove the implant.
Yay. Right, that's done. So, righty. Oh, I'm gonna find a nice spot to save you. I'll find a nice bit of lighting to save and.
Memory Dan's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Now they'll wait for Talking Nick to go away. That is the end of the stream. I know it's a bit short, but I have something I have to do at 5 o'clock. And no, it's not my usual 5 o'clock thing. It's just like, if I don't do it exactly at 5 o'clock, the pizza place shuts. So, gotta go get the pizza. But 5 o'clock's the earliest time I can go get it. And it shuts at like 5:30. So, kinda gotta go pretty closely. So it's one of those things that unfortunately just means the stream ends a little early, but I was a little late starting, so unfortunate, but these streams will continue, probably not as regular as the TF2 ones, but hopefully it's pretty regular. No, I am not installing a fucking GeForce Game Ready driver. I have never had anything but bad experiences updating drivers. I mean, it's like, no. Anyway, that is the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Donation link is in the... What do I usually say? I completely lost it. Donation links in the description as per usual. That's it. Derp, I get it wrong. But, you know, subscribe or donate if you want. That was it. Subscribe or donate if you want. Donation links in the description as per usual. As a list of all the past live streams, both Shark and Human. You know, the Human ones are older, but complete pretty much playthrough. Obviously streams just got started. And of course, if you want to help promote the video, hit the like button. If not, don't. You don't have to. Good. Bye. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.